Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Real Estate with Syntia. My name is Syntia Perry. I'm a realtor with the agency Real Estate Services here in the Central Mississippi area, as well as Maison Fleur Realty Group in the Metro Atlanta area. So today is going to be the last of the seller series, and we left off at the end of the inspection, and everyone has agreed on the terms. So let's see what's next. Okay, guys, so last week we ended off at the inspection process. You all have come to agreeable terms. Either the seller has decided to make repairs or things like that, and now the buyer is continuing to get their underwriting for their loan so that they can pay for the property. And what happens now is the buyer will order an appraisal for their lender. So, what an appraisal is, it is basically a determination of value on the home. An appraiser will come to your house, examine it, kind of like the inspectors did, but not to the same depth. But they will come to your house, examine it. They will look at the purchase price that the buyer is going to be paying for the house, and then they will also look at comparables of similar properties in the area. And what this does is for the lender's comfort. A lender is not going to lend on a house that presumably is costing more than it's worth. So here's an example. Say, for instance, the purchase price is $150,000. If the purchase price is $150,000, we need the appraisal to come to at least $150,000 or more. So if an appraisal comes back under $150,000, say $145,000, a lender is not going to lend them $150,000. They're only going to lend them the $145,000. So at this point, again, we will come back to the negotiation table. Either the seller can come down to $145,000 to meet the buyer, or the buyer can pay the additional $5,000 so that the lender will feel comfortable lending the money for this home for them to purchase. And so that basically explains what an appraisal is. So for this video, we're going to say appraisal came back $150,000. We can move on with the deal. No negotiations needed. So what happens next is we're waiting on the clear to close. And during this time is when you are completing the repairs that you agreed to during the inspection process. And please make sure that you are using licensed and bonded professionals. We cannot come to closing and tell our buyers and their representatives that your uncle, your cousin, or your next door neighbor completed any repairs, the roofing, service, HVAC, or things like that, because we need to bring receipts. We need to bring receipts from professional, licensed, and bonded companies to closing, as you know, to fulfill your part in that contract. So you're packing, the buyer's packing, the underwriting process is still going on. We get the clear to close. I would love to say it's smooth sailing from here, but being in this industry as long as I have, I know that's not true. Things can happen even at closing that can basically make a deal go south. But we're not going to talk about that in this video. For this video purposes, we're going to say everything is smooth sailing from here. So we got our clear to close. We are now going to set the date with the closing attorney, which is usually chosen by the buyer. So we set our date, and now it's time to close. We get to the closing table. You, as the seller, are bringing all of your receipts from completed repairs. Maybe in the initial offer, the buyer asks you all to have the home clean before they move in. You will bring that receipt as well. Again, you've used a professional cleaning service. You know, if that's what you all agree to in the terms, if they agree that you all just cleaned up really good and leave, then they'll see that you did that in the final walkthrough before we come to the closing table. So you have all of your receipts and everything that you were told to bring to closing per your agent, and the same with the buyer. They're bringing all of their money, their fees, and things like that to the closing table, and they're signing a whole bunch of paperwork basically to transfer title of the home. So once the title of the home is transferred to the buyer, you would release the keys over to them. The closing attorney will release your check to you, and the sale is complete. You now have your money from your sale, and the buyer now has a new home. And that completes our seller process series. So I hope you all found value in this video. I have a ton of content coming that I'm super excited about, and I just hope you all continue this journey with me. So if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe and like my channel on YouTube. I don't know what platform you're seeing this video on. But if you're on YouTube, go ahead and like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Like I said, I have a ton of content coming for buyers, investors, all different type of things with real estate, because this is Real Estate with Syntia. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.